Hey, what's up, guys, and welcome back. Today I'm going to be talking about how you're going to be outbuilding your opponents in Fortnite Battle Royale. So, I'm pretty good at this. It's a big part of the whole Fortnite thing, and, it's just a very big, thing if you want to win most of your gunfights. So, outbuilding your opponents. I usually follow by speed, knowing where your opponent is, and practice. So I'm going to be starting off with speed. So speed is really kind of the whole practice thing, but at the same time, it's kind of different. Speed, you want to be good at building. You want to be fast at building. And I recommend if you're on console to up your sensitivity. I don't think you're going to be able to build very well if you're on 4-4 sensitivity, if you know what I mean. You have to be fast. You have to be the one who gets to the high ground first. You want to be having quick reaction time, and you want to just be an overall good builder who knows how to build. And you can't be, kind of just like slow and messing up your edits and all that. So, you just need speed, and that kind of comes into where practicing. I usually, every now and then, if I feel like I'm messing up, or if I want to learn something new with building, I practice. I go to Wailing Woods, and I just build. I do what I want, and I just practice, because practicing in a middle of a gunfight is not going to help at all, because you're just probably going to die. But at the same time, I guess you can practice in a gunfight, but it's more better for you to practice in, let's say, Wailing Woods or Moisty Mire. I recommend Wailing Woods because it's a lot more wood. You want to have speed, so you're going to practice speed, and you're going to practice your overall building. You want to practice your edits, you want to practice your floors, your walls, you want to practice basically everything that you need to do for building battles. Also, another thing about practice, you can watch streamers, you can watch anybody really to kind of learn from them, learn what they do, and you can kind of take that into your own perspective and do what you need to do to win those gunfights. Yeah, so speed and practice, and now we're going to get to the point where we need to know where the whole enemy is. We need to know where he is and what he's doing. So if you're in a fight, you need to know what your enemy's like and what he's doing. So, how you're going to do that is you're going to basically kind of like, you're probably going to enter prep when you're fighting him. You're going to know if he's a good player or not. Basically on how he's building, how fast he's building, what he's building. If he's playing aggressive, then you're going to want to, you're going to have to block. You're going to have to play that defense. You're going to have to, stop him from doing that. You're going to have to, play very aggressive as well. But to get the high ground, you have to be on top of him the whole time, because high ground situations are the best for you. And if you don't have the high ground, then you're going to be in a little bit of a predicament. I might make a video on how you're going to get the high ground back. You can follow that. But here's a quick thing. You're basically going to have to basically reposition yourself, get out, build some stairs. But yeah, gonna have to regain the high ground. But we're gonna kind of focus back onto where you have to knowing where your enemies are. So if you know your enemies below you, you have no reason for you to drop down below him. There's no reason for if your enemy is below you, for you to get lower than him just to try to get a couple sneaky shots, because you never know, he can get the high ground back, and that could be a worst scenario for you ever. So if you have the high ground, there is no need for you to drop down unless the storm is coming or something. Or if you drop down, he's still going to be below you. And if he's above you, you're going to have to reposition yourself. You're going to have to build some stairs. Make sure you're always covered. You don't want to have any flaws where he can easily shoot you down, or you can be exposed to one pump shotgun to the face. You know what I mean? So yeah, you're gonna want to definitely always know where your enemy is. Be aware. Don't forget about him. Don't just think that because you have the high ground doesn't mean you automatically won the fight. You know what I mean? So basically, you're just gonna need to just know where he is at all times, and make sure that you have materials on you and all that. So yeah, that's kind of my three things. I think I'll go through a summary now if I went a little too fast. So speed, you're gonna have to be fast if you're gonna win more gunfights and all that. So yeah, you have to have speed, but you're building, and you can't be messing up. Practice, you're gonna have to practice, man. nobody gets better if they don't practice. It's what I did, and I'm really good at building now. It's probably one of my best things in Fortnite. I'm just keep practicing, even if you think you're good. Just keep practicing, because you never know. There's going to be players who may be able to outbuild you, and you want to be the one who outbuilds them. And just know where your enemy is during the fight. Don't make any silly mistakes where you jump below him, give him the high ground. You want to be at the high ground. You want to be the one who has, the best opportunity to win that gunfight. Because if you don't have the high ground, man, you're probably going to die. Just play smart, have some speed, and just know what you're doing at the whole time. So I did hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, leave a like. If you want a video on how you can regain the high ground, because I actually have a lot of tips and a lot of examples I can give it to you guys. Anyways, hope you did enjoy the video. If you did, please like, subscribe for more tips and tricks and live streams, and I'll